Hi, I'm Anthony Marinelli. I programmed 7 songs on Michael Jackson's Thriller album, and I'd like to show you how to make the bass sound on Baby Be Mine. It was done on a MiniMoog, and I'll take you through the steps module by module, and you'll be able to do that on your MiniMoog plug-in or any other MiniMoog similar type of instrument pretty easily. I'm going to show you what this beat sounds like on the drum machine that was used on Thriller. And it has a beat in it that's similar to what the great Ndugu Chancellor played on the final version of the song. And back into the verse of the song. So you get an idea of what it sounds like with the drums. Let's break the sound down, starting with the oscillators. Oscillator 1 is set to 32 foot, so we get a nice low range, all the way down there if we need it. We're playing about an octave up. Sawtooth waveform. The second oscillator set to 32 foot, so they're in unison. Square wave instead. So we get a little more complicated harmonic pattern. If it were a sawtooth, you can hear that compared to, and it's going to give a little bit more fundamental and roundness down at the bottom, having the square wave. Square waves can give you a lot more like sine wave to the sound than the sawtooth. So if they were both square, you hear all that boom. Make them both sawtooth. So it's critical. This way you get one sawtooth, one square, both at 16 foot, and just a little bit of chorusing because the oscillators aren't perfectly in tune. But I always recommend tune them because they'll drift on their own, especially older instruments. Digital instruments, you may have to put a little bit of detune in there. So volume-wise, they're about the same volume. They're both cranked here in the mixer. Let's go to the filter. There's a little bit of keyboard tracking, so when you get this lick, it gets just a little brighter and talks a little more, right? Hear the difference? A little brighter as you go up the keyboard. The basic structure of the filter is a little bit of cutoff frequency, so the tone, when it sustains, is not dead. So you have some sustain level. And most of the shape of the sound is coming from the envelope generator modulating the filter. So amount of contour means the amount of modulation to the filter. So without it, you would just have this sustain. Giving a little bit of contour to the filter, you dial it in, lets the sound talk a little bit at this shape. And the shape is no attack time, a little bit of decay, and you can hear it. Here's a lot of decay. Here's a little bit. So you kind of match the tone you want. And with all these sounds, match them for what you're trying to do. I'm using these Thriller sounds as an example, so you can get good sounds that have proven to work. But there's a lot of great sounds within that realm of sounds by just, matching it to the tempo of your song. A little bit of sustain voltage so that the filter doesn't just die out, it stays bright. And then in the VCA, no attack time, similar decay time to the filter, and full sustain level. So you're getting full sustain level here for volume, and then the sustain level here is how bright it is on the sustain. And there you go. So here's the final effect again with the drums and the bass sound dialed in. Thank you for following me on social media. I love synthesizers so much, so it's my pleasure to make these videos for you. If you'd like more of these videos, please like and subscribe on this channel.